Hello, and thanks for joining today's conversation on non-financial eligibility for BadgerCare Plus. We're looking only at the immigration status rules today. I'm Bryn McBride of ABC for Health, one of the partners on the Wisconsin Coverage Connections Project, a project designed to help connect kids to health insurance in the state of Wisconsin. We will remind ourselves that there is other eligibility for BadgerCare Plus, other financial and non-financial criteria, but we're going to zero in on that citizenship and immigration status requirement, a non-financial eligibility requirement for BadgerCare Plus. Now, to be eligible for BadgerCare Plus, you must either be a U.S. citizen or a lawfully permanent resident who has been in the country for at least 5 years. Now, that 5-year rule does not apply to children or pregnant women. They merely need to be lawfully admitted to be eligible for BadgerCare Plus. But if you're talking about other adults that are legal permanent residents, they must be in the country 5 years before they're eligible to apply for BadgerCare Plus. There are some special status categories, however, for refugees, asylees, and victims of violent crime. But generally keep in mind the general rule of citizenship or lawful permanent residence. Now, if you are used to working in the marketplace immigration eligibility is different than BadgerCare Plus immigration eligibility. For a marketplace plan at healthcare.gov, you simply need to be lawfully present. This includes U visas, C visas, H-1 worker visas. It could be a student visa. There's a much broader eligibility category than BadgerCare Plus. BadgerCare Plus is looking at citizenship and lawful permanent residence. Citizenship does include U.S. nationals. Just another little footnote to add before we move forward, and I think we have a slide on that coming up. If you are a citizen or a U.S. national or a lawful permanent resident, you will have to provide some documentation on that. Proof of citizenship and then proof of identity and, of course, meeting the other eligibility criteria. But when we say U.S. national, we're talking about people that live in Puerto Rico or Guam or U.S. Virgin Islands. That counts as being meeting that immigration threshold. Now, the BadgerCare Plus eligibility handbook can help spell this out and talk about some of those special status categories as well. You will find that in Chapter 4 of the BadgerCare Plus eligibility handbook in a couple different places. Just start at the top of Chapter 4, and this will help spell out the rule, and might help clear up some of the gray area if it comes across your desk. You can also give us a call. We're very used to answering questions, especially around that 5-year rule, and remembering that it does not apply to children. We do have a quick question for you before you go, so click on that pie chart and tell us a little bit more about what you've learned about the immigration rules for BadgerCare Plus, and thank you for joining us.